So yesterday, I got approved for the apartment that I applied for. So that's the last piece of the puzzle to fall to get me back to Montreal in 2 weeks with the job, and everything's fucking happening. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss all the thoughts and things that are going on there. Now, if we've never met before, hi, my name is Duncan Alderdice, and in this series, I make short videos in the morning as I walk and talk through the thoughts I'm having as I try to put my life back together. Again, if I saw you yesterday, welcome back. Okay, so what was here's the context, here's the situation. Is yesterday I followed up with a leasing agent being like, and then she said, okay, we'll be able to get back, should have an answer for you this afternoon, because I had to send some other stuff. Yeah, my leg's so itchy. And then it was around 4 o'clock, and it was funny because, like, my mom works from home, and she came out of her office and said, "Have you heard anything?" I was like, "No." And she went, "Oh, I don't think it would hurt to send a follow-up message." And then, like, we drafted something that was like, just kind of roughly like going to me sending to her, "Hey, I'm sure if you had have had news, you would have shared that." But I'm just excited about. It was fucking weird because as I'm writing it, I'm excited about the opportunity to join the team at like, it's like I'm following up like it's a job application, which is just kind of funny, in a way that's strange. But anyways, so I wrote that, and then I wrote a version of that text message that wasn't job related, but pertained specifically to being excited about starting to actually think about moving into the apartment. And then let me know if you need anything else from me. And I was going to send it, but then I was in the middle of like editing videos and went, okay, I don't want to send it right now. It's going to jinx it or whatever. And then went to edit a couple of videos, did like some weird audio trick. And then I shit you not, when I swiped on my screen to go back to potentially send the text, I got a notification from her being like, "Congratulations, ! You've been approved for this." And then there's going to confirm your start date, a bunch of other sort of stuff. But it was it was interesting because it was exciting and it brought a smile to my face. And then it also was the alleviation of a bit of pressure of like, okay, well, what is, like it was that I was feeling very contained in trying to, like with everything that has been going up until this point, not get too excited about the thing that I kind of wanted, to emotionally hedge my emotions, but then also at the same time not fully being upset about it, because you kind of want to dream a little bit. But then so it was nice for that to like kind of like I have the right piece and it's slid right in perfectly, like it fits perfect fit. And then I think also other thoughts I was having is it was very encouraging because it didn't turn into a situation like, if the situation before was like where I was living was better than where I was living before, but it still was very isolating, and that led me to not like the life that I had built and cultivated wasn't ideal. Let's leave it at that. And so what I wanted the new section to be is like, yes, I could have gone with more budget options, but I'm actively choosing to spend that money on being on a more central location to make it easier to do things that come with the benefit of being in a central location. And hold on. See, he's going out. And what am I saying? I'm saying something. Central location. And that life potential I actually can explore and walk down that path. Literally. I have to sneeze, I think. No, I don't. Well, I did have to sneeze. I wasn't just fucking lying. But then I didn't have to. Do you know that feeling when like you're like, oh, I'm about to achoo, but then it's a little tingly sensation. Or it's like when you drink a pop fast, or sometimes you get like a burp that comes out your nose and it's like tickles? Is that the right word? It tickles your nostrils? Yeah, fucking weird campaign slogan. Vote for me, I'll tickle your nostrils. No, that's it. that feels fucking weird. What was I saying? It's nice because I can, it isn't another obstacle to surmount. Like that's something that choosing a better location, it being a newer building, so then just the logistics of everything is going to help me rather than get in my way. And everything always can be overcome, but that's another thing that I didn't have to overcome further, which was nice. And I'm happy for that. Okay. I don't know who that guy is. Hold on, there's so many things going on. Is it a biker? Is it a person? I think I see person, so I'm going to decide to turn around. Here's this, because I've just kind of just not said anything for this past minute. Sorry about that. If you're still sticking around, high five. That feels like more like slapping you. Rather than high five. But like if you high five your screen. Okay, I think the thing that I'm trying to get to is that part of me what was afraid of happening is it was going to turn into a situation where they're like, sorry, no, you don't have the chops to pay for this apartment, whatever. Because like it's like too risky just you giving your profile. Okay, and then there was nothing that I could do to overcome that. Then it would be like, okay, well now I have 2 weeks to find another apartment, and I'm going to start to have to look at more, maybe dungier isn't the right word, but options that are less ideal in terms of like it's just a worse location, maybe not as nice enough apartment that just kind of puts me into the same situation as I was before. And it's like, okay, well this would be a different attempt at it, but rather than coming back at it with the experience of it and on an easier level, or just like more like set myself up for success more directly, that wouldn't have been there. Kind of rambling. I'm trying to go to the next point. Next point is that now, because it's actually real and official, I mean, still need to get the lease, but it's the text message saying congratulations is as official as I need. Now I actually can start planning and envisioning what the apartment will look like, kind of looking into the areas around in more detail, rather than it being, again, just a theoretical pipe dream. And because of that, I'm happy. Well, no, and then it's going, okay, well, so now that job is going to be happening in 2 weeks. Need to be planning the move. So that's real, that I'm actually having a place that I'm going to be living. There's a stream that we're not going to see that for a little times. Now the plan's moving forward, so we can do the next thing on the task list, or in terms of getting life together. Or what am I trying to say? Yes, that's what I'm trying to get to, is that by solving this problem, then we will unlock the next one. And that's exciting, because like you're always going to have problems no matter what. The question is whether or not you make progress through those problems. In the absence of problems, your life isn't interesting. I mean, I don't like, you want some sort of thing you want some bone to gnaw on. But you want it to be a challenge that's just above past what you're capable of. Because that way you grow. You got to push yourself. Anyways, so then excited to see how that will pan out. I think just here, because when we went to visit it, we stopped there one last time. It was nice because just the quick walk around showed that there were like interesting, cool food restaurant options to try. There's like a pharmacy, there's a bar real close. But I think what I was just envisioning was wanting to and becoming a regular at some of those spots, and like really trying to, making an active effort to become immersed in the neighborhood and community around me where I was living, rather than staying just in my apartment and then leaving for work when I needed to go to the office. It's like, no. Which I really enjoyed doing and did a lot just passively when I was in university, where that happened. Like I was on the rugby team, that was a lot of fun. And like in the fashion show, that was a lot of fun. And like I was in like drama plays. Like there's a bunch of different sort of clubs and activities that I participated in just by proxy of being on campus a lot. And so you almost like as an adult have to recreate that environment or those conditions, because they're not going to come to you naturally because you haven't paid an institution in order to organize that sort of thing. But it's not to say it's impossible, and it's not to say that it's not good. I don't think anyone that was saying it wasn't good though. Anyways, that is something that I need to do, because if I have a direct connection with social circles, like I'm a character in people's lives and they're characters in my life. I use that movie sort of style. Like it's like if I'm that, whatever that guy is, then other people help keep you from going insane and from coping badly. Like I don't know, if something goes poorly, you want someone to be like, man, fucking this sucked, and then go, yeah, right? Like that's sometimes that's all the validation you need to not then spiral down that thought. It was just like, does this suck? I don't know. Should I be doing this? Blah, 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 blah. Man, you're spending a whole hour on this when you could have been thinking about something else. Anyways, it's also funny because I could have slept in today, but I didn't. I got up the earliest in the past 7 days. It's like, I feel a sense of accomplishment when I do that. And not like, oh, I've accomplished getting up and early, but there's just more day to happen. And it's like, the thing I think is like right now at the point in my life, I am peaking in terms of testosterone and fluid intelligence. It's like if I was 30 years older and then had fucking fairy came down and was like, would you like to go back to the age right here? And then I said yes. The thing I wouldn't do would be sleep. And that's not to say that fucking sleep's for the weak, we don't need it. Like sleep's a part of the work. Still it's very important, but I don't know. I'm feeling good. Let's keep this momentum. And I think a part of success in life is, at least for myself, is not getting my own fucking way. It's like things will naturally improve if you don't actively stop them. And on that note, I appreciate you watching to the end. And I know you know this already, but I'll say it again, is that desire is what drives you forward. The pain you're going through is necessary. That is why you need to believe in yourself, because you're more capable of doing great things than you give yourself credit. Lean in, aim up, and move forward. Yes, you can. Yes, you will.